So how do you actually go ahead and close your very first info consulting client if you have no case studies, if you have no proof? How do you actually convince someone who doesn't even know you to pay you, for them to pay you a lot of money, right? And this is exactly what I'm able to show you, exactly what I've been able to do and what my clients use to be able to sign the first client without having some crazy case studies or 1,000 testimonials, right? But before I get into that, most of you watching this video right now are grinding a 9 to 5, right? I may be wrong on that, but most of you probably are, because I know I was. Maybe you already tried all the business models and still made $0, right? You're probably thinking that the model itself is broken, that you need to change your skills or whatever in order to be able to get the money, but that's not true, right? The truth is you don't need another saturated, obviously you guys know what I mean by saturated, too much competition, business model. You need a system that actually lends you high paying clients, even if you got no case studies yet. That's exactly what you need, right? And I wanted to show you this because every single week, people who didn't even know I even existed pay me anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, right? No big brands, no ads, not spamming DMs all day, right? And upwards of 4,500 to show you, right? And as you can see right here, today with my Stripe, this is phone on my hand if you want, maybe 5,500 as well, just to show you the actual proof, right? Because again, guys, closing your first client really has nothing to do with being an expert, having a massive audience, or running paid ads. That's not what it has to do with, right? And I'll be able to show you exactly how beginners in info consulting, right? And if you don't know what info consulting is, you can watch other videos on my channel, or you can just stick around and you'll be able to find out what it is. Close 3 to 5K clients with literally zero track record, with zero experience, right? But first, because you're like probably like, who is this guy talking to me right now? Who am I to talk about all this, right? My Instagram is Adam Consult. You can see my name is Adam if you want. I scaled my info consulting business past 20K per month, right, in less than a year. I've been able to have my clients combined with 1.5 million followers that I actively work with. I've been able to sign in clients and delivering results with just 2K followers on my IG, as you can see. So I don't have a huge audience. And I've told my clients to do the same as well. But I'm currently working with a few guys to be able to help them with their info consulting business, right? Because I do get a lot of DMs about it and everything like that, right? I've helped Sammy here, who was able to sign his first client with a 20% rev share, 1.5K up front. Sammy also made 3.2K in his first month with working with me. You know, it's not 20K, it's not 30K a month, but I mean 3.2K a month. He's been able to replace what he used to do at his job, right? So that's good for him. He's on a pace. I'm trying to get him at 10K per month ASAP, right? I have another one of my guys get a 500 euro setup fee, and then also a 20% rev share with the business. And I'm also giving out free leads to be able to help my mentorship guys be able to start testimonials and scaling the business, right? That's a bit me. But obviously, it didn't start always like this, right? I pretty much tried. If you've seen other videos on my channel, you can pretty much get to know more about me. I pretty much tried every singular business model that existed. Every single business model that you heard about. Trust me, I've tried them all. And I've tried them all extensively, not just like a week here, a week there, like extensively, right? I had an SMA for over a year, just to show you an example, right? And I grinded literally every single day, right? I had no clients, no results, no experience, no case studies, right? Just a hardworking kid doing everything he could to be able to make the money, right? I had a warehouse job, as you can see on my proudest picture. I was working 9 to 5, again, in my warehouse job. I did door-to-door as well for a while, which I hated, right? I was thinking about starting all these different types of online businesses because I knew I always wanted to have an online business, right? Like a lot of people, maybe you're watching this video, right? And I pretty much just failed at all of them. So I decided to switch, right? So how did I actually go from a kid working on a warehouse job to scaling my info consulting business to 20K per month in just 1 year? How did that actually happen, right? So by the end of this video, I will show you exactly how I went from that and how my students did by leveraging the case study arbitrage to show you exactly how you can land your first client without having some crazy testimonials, right? If you have your offer, but you don't know how to get that first client, you'll know exactly how to land a client as soon as possible, because I'm assuming that's exactly what you're here for, right? So again, in this video, I'll show you exactly why case studies don't actually matter and the actual case study arbitrage method, how to position yourself as an authority from day one. That's super crucial. And the actual step-by-step script to be able to land your first info consulting client this month, right? So it's going to be a lot of value, right? And I want to start by saying that case studies don't actually create trust. Confident does. If you're confident in what you do and what you offer, it's going to be a case study, right? Because having a case study, but being so shy and not be able to express yourself is not going to be good, right? Your client doesn't care if you've helped 100 people. They care if you can help them specifically, right? You can borrow credibility and create authority without years of results. I'm going to show you exactly why, right? So this is exactly how it works, right? You book a call with outreach. Obviously, this is how you're going to be able to book calls. Then you hop on a sales calls, break down every singular detail of what you would do for them using the case study arbitrage I'm going to show you in a minute, right? And when you do that, the client's only asking process questions and he's loving what you're actually showing him. And you together, you and the client, even forget about the case studies and testimonials, right? And it's going to make sense when I'm going to be able to show you, right? And basically what that's going to lead to is that you just go through the onboarding and just actually sign them like nothing was, right? So what is the actual case study arbitrage that I'm actually talking about, right? First thing you have to do, you have to find mid-level creators. People creators maybe who have between 1K to 50K followers with no proper offer. You want to reverse engineer their funnel, right? Their audience, their bio, their content, their funnel gaps. If you look at their Instagram, you look at their content, if they have a website, you want to reverse engineer this, right? You want to package it into a clean breakdown. Could be Google Doc, could be Lucid Charts, Notion, there's a bunch of different ones, right? Could be a Mauer board, just like this I'm doing. So you really want to package it and include a clean breakdown of what you would do, right? You want to use this borrow case study because you're going to be able to show them exactly what you would do for this account to show prospects you know how to turn their knowledge into clients, right? And again, you want to do the leverage, so authority without needing your own past results, okay? Because to actually build authority, this is something that's also important in full consulting, is that you're a consultant. You're not a service provider, right? And when you're a consultant, you have a higher perceived value than a service provider, right? Because a service provider has low perceived value. And I'm assuming you probably know why, right? Authority and positioning, right? You have to stop sounding like a desperate beginner in the DMs, right? This is what I meant by saying having confidence, stuff like that. Yes, doing the case study and breaking down someone's funnel is good, but it comes from the confidence that you have within yourself at the start because you're positioned as a consultant and not a typical service provider. That's the angle you're going with, right? So again, you want to position yourself as a consultant who knows the systems, not a freelancer selling time, right? You want to have clear authority because clear authority is going to have clarity. And that's exactly what it is, right? Clarity is who you help and how you help, plus credibility, example, systems, and social proof, right? This is essentially authority, if you're able to break this down for yourself, right? Because here's the offer breakdown. One simple offer, right? This is the simple offer that you're going to basically have. You can tweak it, but just to give you an idea. I'll help you turn your skill into a coaching or course business, right? That's the offer you essentially have as an info consultant, right? You want to focus on people with small followings but have strong skills. And because of that, there's going to be low competition. It's easier to sign clients and no comparison game, right? That's the actual offer breakdown. This is exactly why I've been able to sign a bunch of clients and why a lot of people sign clients. That's exactly why. And P.S., if you want to know the exact same systems I use for my own business model and how I'm able to deliver best results for my clients, you should watch this video. I'm going to be able to show you. It basically breaks down the whole system and model that you can run with yourself. So if you want to go check out that video, you can actually go check it out, right? And also, I just want to put this in here. If you're actually in business, tired of wasting time with other business models, you've tried a bunch of stuff, didn't work, and you want me to show you step by step how to use this method to be able to land your first 3 to 5K client, yes, they can actually pay you 3 to 5K. It's not some typical retainer SMMA. They can actually pay you a lot of money. In the next 30 days, just DM me, start on Instagram, and I'll personally walk you through it, okay? So how this works and how you could do it for yourself, right? First thing, you want to find some creator that is selling something that doesn't have a big following. Something like this. Let's say how Chris Vasquez, his name is, makes 80K per month by doing video business, coaching, and teaching it to others. You want to show them exactly what he's doing, how he's doing it, how he's able to sign client, what his funnel is, and you basically want to show that to them. You can take someone who doesn't have a proper offer in place, or you can take someone that does have a proper offer in place and just break down their funnel, right? Using a 3-step process to show them exactly how he gets traffic, how he converts them into leads, and how he books sales calls and close them, right? You can talk about their Instagram. This is exactly what you would show them more in depth, obviously, but just to give you an overview. You can talk about their IG, what is it using for? It's for a wide audience, to be able to break the content down of who he is, what he's doing, and how he can help, right? And then his YouTube is content for his ICP, right? That is redirected from his IG or found him on YouTube. Every video is directing ICP to book in a call with him. So people go from his Instagram and go to his YouTube. And that's how he's able to convert people really good for his offer, right? And then everything has to do with all of his highlights, his client results, testimonials, and lifestyle posts to build authority and credibility, which is going to outstand him in his niche, right? And then he obviously has a link in bio for sales, YouTube, VSL that's going to convert. So this, what I just showed you, is very, very, general, But this is the type of breakdown you have to do for your clients to be able to show them that, hey, I actually know this. This is exactly what this guy's doing in the videography niche, and this is exactly how you can implement it. That's the case study arbitrage I'm talking about, right? And again, your only job is to make the presentation, Loom, or even here in a micro board, breaking down his whole funnel and what he's doing that is making him that amount of money. That's exactly your whole job, so they can see from their own eyes how it actually works. Then you basically tell them that what they need to do, and you need to sound so valuable that they are thinking that if they follow your steps, it'll be impossible for them to actually fail. That's the whole goal with it, okay? Then you just CTA, right, call to action, so that they can book a call with you where you can go more in depth and you can make personalized game plan for them. Make it about them. It's not about you, it's about them. How can they make money with their skill? How would they actually be able to do it? What does a funnel look like? How would they do it from their Instagram? Change their Instagram for them. Do the whole thing, okay? You have to be giving a lot of value up front to be able to have people trust you, right? You can't just be like, oh, I can help you, but pay me and then I'll help you. No, you have to help them first and then you're going to be able to sign them, right? You just have to make sure it contains these three pillars. The offer, so what are they actually selling? Okay, you can help them out with that. You can show them that, the marketing, how are they getting attention for what they're selling, and the sales, how they actually converting leads into clients, right? And then, like I said, use Miro, Notion, Loom to pack it up for your client, right? Because again, your best prospects aren't huge influencers. They're skilled people with small followings nobody else is targeting, right? And this is also the advantage you have, and I went over this with similar videos. The reason info consulting works so much is that you're targeting people who have never been outreached before. So that's your biggest leverage, right? So if they do ask about the case study, stuff like that, you just have to show them this, and this is going to be enough. This is exactly what I did for my first client. I literally pitched him, showed him a presentation, exactly someone who exactly in his niche was doing it, and he signed with me, right? And we had a super great business, everything like that, right? And these kind of people are in untapped gold. Photographers, editors, fitness coaches, everything that can sell info, you can go into that, right? And again, you don't need thousands of followers. They just need a system. They don't need, thousands of followers. They just need a system, right? And this exact niche, after trying 6+ business model, that helped me go from, again, working this warehouse job with a net on my hair to this, having one of my nice cars and be able to have this kind of lifestyle that I live right now, right? I was able to buy my first car with this model by getting clients with the exact same system I gave you today and using the same exact case study arbitrage, right? It's not an M4, it's like that. It's not a 100K car. I'm planning to switch it soon. But it's just so if you go on my Instagram, you can just see a bit of my lifestyle and everything like that, right? And this is just not a 10 DM method and you're gonna be able to sign a bunch of clients and be full rich, right? You will have to do consistently and putting in the work every day. That's super important, right? To find what system is going to work best for each type of people that you're outreaching. Depends on your offer, depends on what type of people, how they are they in business, are they not in business? You have to adapt, okay? You wanna aim for a minimum of 50 per day. That's the start, right? Because if you get 15 DMs per day, you can get maybe 5 responses, which is low. I'd say some people even get more than that. Maybe you send 5 videos and then one's interested, and then just one that interested, that can get on a call can pay you anywhere from 1 to 5K, right? As you can see, this is kind of my payments. I did a week at 9K, 2,500. This is my phone, so you can actually just see it. This is payments from my actual bank, from the Stripe, etc. Just to show you how I actually do this. If you want to go on my Instagram, there's a bunch more, right? So if you've been stuck thinking you need case studies before you can start, you really, really don't, right? And if you think like this, you're going to be stuck forever, right? And again, this is the exact system that got me to my first 10K month. And it can get you to your first client too, if you actually implement it correctly, right? So now you've got two choices. Take this method, try to piece it together on your own, maybe land a client or clients months from now, right? Or you can DM it today, right? And I'm not saying this to be able to have a bunch of mentorship clients, stuff like that. I only want to work with a few people because if too much people do this, they're going to just steal my clients, right? I'm not one of those gurus who just sell courses, stuff like that. That's really not the goal. But again, if you are interested, I am working with a few guys, right? I am opening up a few spots to be able to help, get my help directly one-on-one to be able to do this, right? That's why I'm even offering it to you in the first place, right? So again, DM me today. I want to be able to give you the exact system to close your first 3 to 5K client in the next 30 days, right? So you've got nothing to lose except staying stuck chasing saturated business models, right? So I'll see you in the next video. And again, if you're interested, just DM me on Instagram, or there's going to be a book call link below this video if you just really want to get started and go full-fledged in this model. So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the next video.